Hello, Loup Power District employees, retirees, family and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. As we enter into the dog days of summer, we can see the heat really building up around here. We've had a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, and just general heat and humidity as we work outside. And it leads me to take a minute to remind everybody to please be safe when you're working outside. Make sure you're hydrated, you get plenty of rest, you stay cool when you can, take a number of breaks, because hydration and keeping cool during the hot weather is very important to all of our safeties. I know just last night I was out cutting the grass, and I'm lucky enough to be able to have a riding lawnmower because my yard is big enough. And being on a riding lawnmower doesn't seem as bad, but I know if you get off or if you're pushing a lawnmower, it can be very strenuous on your personal being. So please, during the dog days of summer, during this heat and humidity period, please be safe, take plenty of breaks, and be hydrated. As normal, we talked a lot today about district water issues during the board meeting. We're getting closer and closer to filing our non-capacity license amendment with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and plan on getting this filed hopefully sometime this summer so that FERC can rule on this yet in 2024. This will take care of a lot of the flow issues and most other issues that we have with FERC, leaving out some of the arrangements associated with the ATV area out at the headworks. We're also planning to file an environmental report on the interior lease turn, piping plovers, and roof of red knot, which is a requirement of our license. That will be filed yet in the month of June. This report kind of takes the 5 years of monitoring that we've done and summarizes this for the agencies. We also received agency input on some additional data that they would like to see, and that should wrap up the monitoring management plan that we have for the interior lease turns, the piping plover, and the roof of red knot. We also talked about our continuing ongoing saga regarding the overflow structure out at the headworks, and it looks like we're nearing a little bit of completion as far as getting agreement from both FERC and from the Federal Emergency Management Agency to move forward with this project. It's now before the Senate to give us approval, and then once we get approval, we'll be able to start bidding that process and construction. Our hope is still to get this completed by the end of 2024, although it may leak into 2025, but we're nearing closer completion all the time to getting the go-ahead to move forward. So stay tuned for more information on that as we move forward. Regarding FERC and our hydroelectric project, management reported to the board today on our high hazard safety compliance plan, as we must do annually as part of our license with FERC. We've had no incidents in our high hazard areas, one of which is in Genoa and one of which is in northeast Columbus. So again, a clean report to our board, which we've done every year since we've had to implement this plan back in 2013. It's good that we go through this every year. We do exercises on a regular basis regarding what might happen if we have a breach of the canal in these locations, as we have residents in these areas that we must notify and evacuate if something would happen along the canal. Again, thankfully nothing has ever happened during these times, and obviously nothing happened during the 2019 storm, in which we did have significant damage to the canal, but these two areas were protected during those periods. We'll have to do another one next year, as we have to do annually with the board of directors, but so far we've never had an incident in our high hazard areas. At the board meeting today, the board approved a resolution accepting the retirement of Scott Gosh. Scott's been a longtime employee of the district, 26 years, and has worked at both the headworks and here at the Columbus Service Center for both the canal crew and the finance and accounting department. We want to wish Scott all the best in his retirement and hope that we continue to see him out and about in the community, and wish him the best for him and his family as he moves forward in his retirement. At the board meeting, management provided the board with a report from the American Public Power Association dealing with payments to state and local governments. The median public power utility in the United States pays state and local governments approximately 5.1% of annual revenue, whereas investor-owned utilities pay approximately 4.7% of annual revenues. The district is at 9% payment of annual revenues to state and local governments, and this does not include free and reduced services for electricity or any in-kind services provided by the district, such as hanging banners during special occasions, putting up Christmas lights, and so on. It really shows that the district puts back into the communities as part of being a public power entity in these communities, and we really cherish the fact that we're able to help our communities out in so many ways. This is one of the true benefits of public power and being owned by the public and working for the public in our everyday lives. So again, great thing that we're able to do, and we really truly do pay back to the public in what we do every day. Recently, I attended the National American Public Power Association Conference, which was held in San Diego at the beginning of June. One of the main topics that was discussed at the APPA conference was artificial intelligence, which to me is somewhat of an oxymoron, like jumbo shrimp or something similar to that. But again, artificial intelligence, or AI, is becoming more and more commonplace in our everyday lives. I wrote an article about this in The Generator that will be coming out soon, and it really is kind of a topic that is forefront in everything that we do. I'm not a big user of AI. I haven't really had the chance to explore it very much, and will continue to look at it in the future. But there's a lot of good things I think that can come from AI as far as helping write reports, put papers together, really help do some research. However, the scary thing is, and in talking with a lot of people around here at Loup Power District who have done some AI usage, is it's so convenient and so easy and comes up with such realistic type approaches, is you really don't know what is artificial intelligence anymore and what is real. It's part of the problem that I see with social media nowadays, is what is real and what's not real, what is true and what is not true. I want to make sure that everybody understands, I think the tools that we have available to us are well worth using. But if we don't know what's real and what's not real, and what's true and what's not true, it's hard to make a real decision on how to move forward. Again, I think AI might be helpful in putting together spreadsheets, and once you have a program in place, taking that program and making it better. But as far as writing reports and looking at facts, there are some things that are very concerning about what AI might lead to us in the future. It's also one of the things that is driving some of the load patterns that we're seeing throughout Nebraska and some of the large load growth opportunities that are available within the state. AI is a huge user of computer technology, and those computers take power to run, which is driving some of the load requirements that not only we're seeing here at Loup Power District, but also that we're seeing throughout the state at NPPD and OPPD. It's fascinating to see how this all works, but it's very concerning that it can be used in devious ways to affect our overall thinking and how we do things. So I just ask you to kind of be on the lookout for what you think might be AI and what might not be AI, and really do your research when you think about what things are being said. Not everything that you see on the internet is true. I'm sorry, it's not. But you just got to make sure that what you know and what you believe in is true and accurate, so you can make the proper decisions moving forward. So with that, and as always, stay happy and be safe.